Library's first ever virtual comedy fundraiser. I'm Vicki Sanchez from the Knights of the Round Table Comedy Workshop, and I'll be your MC for tonight's show. We're here tonight to support the Ferguson Library during this very challenging time. Our library is a community gathering place where everyone is welcome, regardless of ability to pay for programs. Now, during normal times, we have over 1 million visitors each year, and it is free. You do not have to buy a latte to get in. During this crazy, not normal time, the library has really stepped up for the community. With staff working remotely, Ferguson Library quickly pivoted to put everything online for us. Children's story times, English language learning, technology classes, book club discussions, business programs for entrepreneurs, matching them with local business experienced business advisors, and also some fantastic author talks. And to make sure that people can access books through the library's digital collections, and they have quickly set up a virtual help desk. And most importantly, the library is making sure that all age groups' needs are met. And right now, the library needs our help. Please text to give the number on your screen. You know, since 1881, the Ferguson Library has had only 7 library presidents. These presidents seem to stay and stay because the Ferguson is fabulous. I mean, look at it. Why, just look at all those books and programs in there. And now a word from our current library president, Alice Knapp. I see her in there. Hey, Alice!
Welcome, and thank you for joining us this evening. Tonight we have a special program lined up for you that I know you're going to enjoy. And it's all about the Ferguson Library and supporting it during this time. For the last 6 weeks, we have been here for you as you needed materials. We've made sure that every single student had a virtual library card. We've even provided tech programs online and book discussions. But that's only part of what we do. I want to show you a short video that really gets to the heart of what we provide and why the Ferguson Library is the heart of the community. Thank you.
I work just right down the street, so in the winter it's kind of a nice lunch break, respite to come and read or see what's new. And I use it as a resource all the time, and there's always something going on here that I'd really like to do. My favorite author, Wally Lamb, was here, and that was my favorite event. He signed my book, I had a picture with him.
So here's the egg and here's the frying pan.
A mí me gusta porque ella ha avanzado bastante, va excelente en la escuela y antes sí ella iba atrasada porque yo no la traía a la biblioteca. Ahora que yo la traigo, sí yo veo más mejoría en ella.
What do you get when you cross a duck? She had helped me to read and pronounce the word properly. She told me to start off with using newspaper, and I told her my story, how I came out of high school. I didn't know how to read.
We see it with a lot of people. They're using us to reconnect to society, that they're coming in here and for whatever reason they're disconnected. It may be that they have found themselves without a home, they have found themselves economically in trouble, and we, the library, can help them reconnect to society.
Yeah, Alex, use L for the elephant.
With teaching, that is definitely instant gratification when you can see somebody picking up words, picking up phrasing immediately before your eyes in the span of one session. That's really magical.
I can do something. I can be educated. I can feel good about myself. When I come here, I feel great.
it's Matt Orphis, and I'm really happy to be here supporting the Ferguson Library. And I'm only keeping my voice down because my family upstairs is really tired of hearing it. Anyway, I live in Fairfield, but I have a Stanford connection because in the 60s and 70s, my grandmother lived on Grove Street, and in the 80s, I worked all over town. But I grew up in New Canaan, and right now, I'm just telling you, New Canaan should change its name to Oh New Canaan, because anytime I tell somebody I grew up there, they always say, oh, New Canaan. But compared to all my friends, I was the equivalent of New Canaan homeless. I was the only kid who got teased and bullied mercilessly because we didn't have a vacation home. I used to hear things from other kids like, hey, that kid cuts his own lawn. Get him, Chad. I'm not saying New Canaan's a really wealthy town, but they're about to open a $20 store. I'm not saying the place is conservative, but in the summer, in the pool, the kids don't play Marco Polo, they play Marco Rubio. Well, we live in a very confusing time, I think we can all agree. But all these brands and news reports coin some other term for it. They always say, we're in a challenging time, we're in an extraordinary time, we're in a difficult time, we're in an unprecedented time. But what we're really in is an uncertain time. Because I'm certain when the last time I took a shower was. I'm uncertain if my marriage is going to survive this. And I'm uncertain if I'll ever go outside again, knowing that we now have murder hornets. Oh, God. During the bubonic plague I read recently, you know, Sir Isaac Newton was quarantined, and during that time he came up with his theories on both calculus and gravity. I feel like I've been just as productive. During this shutdown, I've come up with some discoveries of my own. I discovered that some new strains of bacteria grow if you wear the same shirt for 2 weeks. And I've also discovered that I look much better in a mask. Well, that's what my kids tell me. Through this whole thing, I've just had the worst diet. I don't know about you, but it's just been 100% comfort food 100% of the time. In fact, after all this, I'm going to chronicle my experience, and I'm going to come up with a new book. It's going to be called The Cumberland Farm to Table Diet. All right, thanks for your time. I'm Matt O.
I think all the stress of COVID-19 social isolation is starting to affect my husband, Tony. He seems to have lost all track of time.
It's so warm out. When's it gonna snow?
And I noticed that Tony's acting really strange lately.
The big guy's coming.
He was starting to hear things.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I have to admit, it might have been a little confusing for Tony. I mean, every day I looked out the back door and I saw this. When Tony came to the back door, this is what he saw. If every day seems to be the same, I guess imagining that it's Christmas isn't so bad. Well, some days there will be some great packages.
Oh my god, I love these cookies!
And there will be some not so great packages.
Dirt? Why would Santa send me dirt? I've been so good this year.
Now, Tony's condition has created some problems for us.
Are you Santa's helper?
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna need you to back up.
Oh, social distancing?
No, remember? Restraining order.
Okay.
Oh, what a nut. You're gonna have to read it.
I want to apologize and thank all the nice men and women working at the United States Post Office, UPS, FedEx, Grubhub, and DoorDash that work so hard to make our socially distanced lives a little more normal. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas, everyone!
That's my husband, Tony. You know, long ago he asked if I would consider homeschooling our 3 lovely children. Not on your life, Buster. Ah, homeschooling. How great it isn't. The worst part of it is, it's all day long. Your kids are sick of you. They don't listen, they disrupt the class, and if your kid is the class clown, They might turn out to be a stand-up comedian. Eee! How about those awkward moments when you can't answer the questions they got for homework?
Hey, Bob. Bob, what's the square root of a hypotenuse?
Please support the library so that all children can get the free online homework help and more. Ooh, now you know why some of your kids' teachers keep a countdown calendar this time of year where they put big X's to count down the days till summer when you parents take little Johnny back. So feel free to keep your own countdown calendar, and also be sure to set up a little staycation for yourself. I'll have some valuable tips on that later. Speaking of value, text to give now to the number on your screen. Do you remember your first library? I do. In those days, I was a poor, at-risk kid who loved to read books. Oh, were you trying to escape through stories? Yes, I was. And did you see better places in the world through books? Yes, I did. When I visit my old hometown library now, I am truly amazed at what I had and what continues to be there for me to this day. I got all of that only through the generosity of smart and nice people like you who see the library not just as a building, but as a truly kind partner for lifelong learning.
Hey everybody, I'm Judy Eckert, and this coronavirus thing has me totally stressed out. I wake up in the middle of the night, I can't breathe. There's this incredible heaviness in my chest. I try to push the covers off, and my spouse Liz pulls her arm off of my chest and rolls over. You know, but the weird thing is this tightness in my chest stays with me all day. I'm like, now I'm worried, because like, this is a symptom. And then I remember it's grocery shopping day, and I'm wearing a bra for the first time in, weeks. But I tell you, this whole thing started, I cleaned the pantry, the fridge, the freezer, not with warm soapy water and a rag, no, with a knife and fork. Oh yeah, if I can't eat it, I bake it. 8x8 pan of chocolate chip cookies, gone before they're cooled. Next night, pan of brownies, topped with Bailey's Irish cream cheese frosting, because I have to get that out of the freezer. Also gone before they're cooled. I am this close to eating the freezer burned popsicles from last summer. This has got to stop. So Genius over here puts Liz and me on a detox, because what else do you need during a pandemic but the stress of a 28-day detox? 2 shakes a day and 1 normal meal. Look, there's nothing normal about an apple with almond butter for dinner. And Liz insists that these shakes all taste the same. Oh no, they don't. And Almond Joy tastes nothing like a Banana Berry Blast, which tastes nothing like Cherry's Jubilee. Except that it does. They all taste like grass. But I'm still cleaning the fridge, the pantry, and my insides. You know what I'm not cleaning? I'm not cleaning the toilet. Well, I'm not obsessing about cooking and eating because of this detox. I'm obsessing about everything else. There's green on the white vinyl fence. It's not even my fence. $100 for a power wash. The neighbor's tree's hanging over my garage. Again, not my tree. $800 for a trim. There are cracks in the driveway. Yeah, you heard me. There's cracks in the driveway. $2,500 to pave the driveway. And the whole time I'm working from home, all I can think about is retirement. $55,000 for an RV. I wouldn't normally think of a global pandemic as an investment, but I'm into this one for 60 grand. But I'll tell you, if I get this virus, this detox is off. I will be sliding into my corona grave with wine in one hand, chocolate in the other, and a ring around my toilet. Thanks everybody, I'm Judy Eckert.
So here we go. Here's a little bit about me. I'm married to a psychiatrist. Yep, my husband's a shrink. My sister called my marriage to Joe my last desperate cry for help. We've got 3 kids, and our youngest son, Michael, just left for college last fall. So my husband and I have we've become big fans of the 2-person household. I mean, there's no more snarky comments about meals. Geez, Mom, you really phoned in dinner tonight, huh? I can watch as many reruns of Friends as I want without ridicule. And my husband and I can actually be affectionate towards each other without the eye roll and the like, oh my God, you two are so gross. So yeah, we're pretty happy. And then about 6 months into this little love shack empty nest nirvana, I get a letter from his school saying that he's coming home for an indefinite period of time. Okay, let me just stop you there, Mr. University President. That is not the deal I made with you. I paid you a ridiculous sum of money to keep my son there until June. No backsies. And then they said it's because of some virus. Oh my God, I sent my kids to school with viruses all the time. But okay, fine. This was totally different. So, my son is home, and I'm still paying tuition. For him to be in his room, on his bed, with his laptop, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and an Arnold Palmer iced tea that I paid for. You know, I'm just not feeling like I'm really getting my money's worth here. I mean, okay, the school did reimburse us for room and board, but what about my loss of privacy? What about the pain and suffering of having a sarcastic, hungry, rap music loving 18-year-old boy living in my house 24/7? Where's my stimulus check for that? You know? So, before I go though, I just want to tell you one more thing. Right now, my son is on the other side of this basement playing virtual beer pong. Yeah, that's what he's learning this quarter at school. But he is a good boy. He did take a break to help me do this video. So this is Michael. He's a good boy. So listen, thank you, Vicki and Tony. Donate, donate, donate. Thank you.
I'm feel happy. I'm feel glad. I'm feel blessed. I have a chance for study English here. I say thank you for this opportunity.
First time I came to the Ferguson Library was when Isabella was 6 months old. To the story time. At that moment, I didn't know anyone or any mom, and I made this friend. So I went all the programs, every single one. I realized, wow, this is so wonderful. I want to get involved, and I want to know how I can help.
We both kind of grew up with libraries as being very much a part of our upbringing.
I've always been a big reader, and to me, libraries were exciting. It was someplace I could go, get new information, explore.
When I lost my job 2.5 years ago, the library was integral to my success that I have today because I came to the Entrepreneurial Center to learn from different people how to start a business. When you are an entrepreneur, you work by yourself and you're self-sufficient, but sometimes you need a community aspect. And where can you go that you can find peace, have some company, and do the work that you need? And the library is that.
We're in a city ranges from poverty to wealth. There are a lot of people can't afford to do some things that the library provides. The better the library, okay, the more that it offers, better the community is going to be.
The library served us both very well, and we want to see that continue. And we're fortunately in a position to help, and we just think it's our responsibility to do that.
And I think we can appreciate how important the library is to people who don't have access to these resources.
I would say the library is the heart of the community because once you walk here, it's that wonder, not only the books, but the people that you're going to meet.
The library is just fun. I come here and the security guards, I know them, and I know the staff that works here, so the library is like family to me. It's like coming home.
Dear Ferguson, I miss you. I think about you all the time, with all the knowledge you hold and those strong pillars, and the grand stairway where I can walk down them like a fashion model. I sure hope to see you again real soon. In the meantime, I hope all my friends will text to give. Thank you so much for coming to our comedy half hour. And for those of you who know and those who didn't know, we also have silent auctions up for bid for another half hour. The silent auction closes at 7 p.m., so visit the web address below. There are lots and lots of staycation items for this summer and fabulous vacation items for next summer. And you can still text to give through midnight tonight. Thank you so much to our comedians, Tony Sanchez, Matt Orifice, Judy Eckert, and Eileen Fickus. Thank you to the staff at the Ferguson and everyone who volunteers. Thank you so much to all of you donors for keeping this amazing, great thing going for all of us in the community. Good night.